And so this argument is just completely unrelated to the problem at hand.
And
It's ridiculous.
This really does it's not as high as 35, as he points out, but 28 would still put it right back up at one of the highest in the world again.
Yes.
You would have the same problem.
And you probably lose corporations again because of it.
Yeah. It really is unfortunate. I mean, the 21% income tax rate showed real signs of making these companies grow, and it did seem to induce a raging economy before the coronavirus hit. Now, did it have enough time before COVID for us to know the full impact of it? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know we knew that. Remember, these are long-term plans, and this is the biggest sin of this overall, in that companies can't plan for this stuff. Because every 2 years, then the new administration comes in and starts screwing with these rates. Companies can't plan. They don't want to deal with one of the big upsides of having your company in America, supposedly, is stability.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of companies are willing to pay a little bit higher rate because they realize, okay, this is a stable country. They understand that capitalism is important. They're the people who kind of brought it to us, so it's not going anywhere. Well, that's not the case anymore. I mean, they can't look at this country fairly and honestly and tell their shareholders, "Oh, there's no big deal. This is fine." You have people who have the entire zeitgeist of the left. People like AOC, who are basically begging for capitalism to go away completely. So you no longer have that sort of stability. These are not fringe members. These are the people leading the media coverage on a daily basis. And obviously, you see with the spending that's going on right now, they've had real impact. We've talked about this before, but Barack Obama was terrified of getting to $1 trillion on his big plans, including Obamacare. They did everything they could to lie and say it was under $1 trillion because they were terrified of what the American people would think.
That fear is long gone.
It's long gone.
Yeah.
Now 2, 3, 4. What was it? I mean, we just said $2 trillion to $2.5 trillion. That's almost the entire stimulus bill from Barack Obama. just the change we didn't notice in the last week. Like, it was $2 trillion package. Now it's a $2.5 trillion package. I mean, that's 2/3 of what Barack Obama wanted to spend for the big bailout and infrastructure spend back in 2009.
Yeah.
It just there's no shame anymore in this stuff. It's just print, spend. New restrictions, new seemingly unconstitutional laws and rules. No one seems to care right now.
And he had a lot more to say about it.
Will generate over $1 trillion in taxes over 15 years.
Why would you?
New independent study put out last week found that at least 55 of our largest corporations use the various loopholes to pay zero federal income tax in 2020.
So dishonest.
It's just not fair. It's not fair to the rest of the American taxpayers.
It's not fair.
We're going to try to put an end to this.
Yeah, we need to stop those guys.
Not fleece them. 28%.
Of course.
28%?
Your mom and dad, a cop, firefighter, police officer, etc. You're paying close to that in your income tax. I've also proposed a global minimum tax, which is being proposed around the world for U.S. corporations at 21%.
Like 20
means.
percent.
20% is the wrong percentage.
I think it is too.
I think it is.
20%. I don't even know what to say about 20%.
Yeah,
really.
I feel almost speechless of my commentary on 20%. I don't know exactly how to. It feels wrong, but other than that, I can't describe why it's wrong.
So here's what he's proposing. Then so you're raising the corporate tax rate to 28%. Now you're going to also add a 21% global tax? Is that what he's saying?
Well, a minimum tax.
A minimum.
21%.
21.
The idea being that everyone else needs to raise their rates.
That?
Right.
Who administers the global tax to every corporation in the world?
There's no such entity.
There's no entity that can do that.
Right. I mean, and the concept is, it's basically a confirmation of what we were just talking about. They know
then we're going to lose
these
corporations.
these companies keep lowering, or these countries keep lowering their rates to get companies to go there.
Yep.
So we need to. What if we stopped the competition? It's like basically saying like McDonald's wants to charge $5 for their Big Mac, and they're like, what if we propose a global fast food burger price? You can't go under $4.85. Well, then they'd be really competitive, I guess, right? Because they'd
Yep.
only be 15 cents more.
Yeah,
I mean, we'd
if
still
Burger King
be
is
more.
forced to charge $4.85 for their yes. Now you're